Look, whether you strum or you finger pick on your ukulele or guitar, you're going to want to take good care of your fingernails so you can get the best possible tone and to help prevent them from breaking so much. So in this video, I'd like to share with you my simple 6-step process for how to shape your nails to get the best possible tone. At the end of this video, I'm going to share with you the one piece of gear you need in your nail kit that will give you that rich, buttery, smooth tone. All of this and more coming right up. Ukulele Zen is sponsored by a wonderful community of patrons. Click the links down below if you'd like to join the community, receive some bonus content, and get discounts on my online courses. Now, the subject of caring for your fingernails is something that's been requested many times. I'm so happy to make this video for you. And let me just say that I can't make this video in a thorough way in just 1 minute. So if you're willing to go deep, watch to the end, I think you're going to get a lot out of this video that will serve all your music making, whether you're a ukulele player or a fingerstyle guitar player. And I gotta be totally clear as we begin, you don't need fingernails to play. You can play fingerstyle with just the flesh. If you use fingernails, your volume can increase and the amount of tone colors you have in your palette can expand tremendously. And it's also really important to say that I'm going to be sharing what works for me and my nails. This is a template that you can apply to your own fingers. Everybody's fingernails, of course, grow differently, are shaped differently, are of different hardness and durability. So please take this template and customize it, and I hope that this serves you in your music making well. And real quick, if you're interested in going deep into your fingerstyle playing, there's a link down below to my 3-hour course. It has a whole bunch of bonus content, jam tracks. It will teach you a ton of patterns and techniques for your fingerstyle playing. So check that link down below if you want to go deep into your fingerstyle. For the purposes of this video, I grew my fingernails out way too long. I mean, they're so long that the strings are getting stuck on them. And it's like, you know, tripping over my own shoelaces. Even though I can still play, right there, I just got stuck. My fingernail got stuck on the string. So we got to trim these suckers. Let's start with step 1. So step 1 is called taking off the top. We're going to shorten the length of the fingernail. I recommend that you have a nail kit. I've had this same nail bag for since 1998. It's crazy, but I've had the same one, and you're probably going to want a variety of different files. I have some coarse ones. I have some finer ones. So step 1, we want to take down the top of the fingernail, just reducing the length of it. So what I'll do to take the top off is I just hold the nail straight up and I just, with a coarse file, start to flatten the top. Want to go slowly. Everybody's fingernails are a little bit different. You know, mine are pretty strong. If yours are softer, you're going to want to, you know, choose your file correctly and don't push too hard. What I'm doing is I'm taking the top off just to reduce the length of the fingernail. You don't need a long fingernail. What you really want is a fingernail that is shaped properly, and we're going to get into that in step 2. So now you can see I've taken the top off a bit. They're still a little long, but that's fine. I'm going to leave them that way. I don't want to make them too short. So step 2 is making the ramp. We're going to want to connect with the string right where the fingernail meets the flesh. And I've taken a pencil right now just to illustrate where that point is. So you can see that right there where the nail meets the flesh, that's where I'm going to begin the ramp, and there's a special way that I like to do this. So to shape the ramp, I use a semi-coarse nail file, and what I'll do is I'll take the nail, connect it right at that spot where the string meets the nail, and I'm going to create that ramp by running my fingernail over the file. Notice that I'm twisting the finger a little bit, so I'm creating a ramp shape. You want to do this just a few times in a row, and since my nails are so long, I'm actually going to use the coarse end of this file and just go back and forth just to take it down. You know, like I've said, I've been doing this for a couple of decades, so I have a pretty good sense of how my nails should go, but at first you'll just want to go slowly and create that smooth ramp. That ramp is what the string is going to glide over, and the smoothness of that ramp and the shape of that ramp is what's going to determine your tone. So this is an important stage. You just want to, hold the file steady and create that ramp. When I'm all done here, I'm going to play for you and you'll see just how smooth the tone can be. Is this video grossing you out? I hope not. I hope it's helpful, and please leave a comment down below with any questions. If you're finding some helpful value in this video, please give this video a thumbs up, like it, share it, and go forth and shape your fingernails right along with me. All right, so now I've created a pretty smooth ramp. As I fine-tune things, I might get right in there, take it down a little further, but you don't want to overdo it at first. Even though I haven't polished it with the special secret sauce I'm going to share later, you can already tell it's just a smoother tone. I can move my fingers right through it. It's like a hot knife going through butter. So now for step 3, after bringing down the length, creating that ramp, that all-important ramp, this side just needs to get taken down. So I'm shaping the other side using just a motion like so, just like I made the ramp, but in not such a precise way, and we're meeting the top of the nail, creating a nice smooth shape. Those of you who have attended my live streams, you know that I lead a meditation, a mindfulness practice at the end of every session, and you may like to treat this time of nail care as a little retreat, just for a few moments. You just being quiet with yourself. You could put on some relaxing music or just enjoy the noble silence as you care for your nails and care for your music. So I hope that this is a relaxing process. It only takes a few minutes once you get the hang of it. All right, so now my nails still have some length, but the shape is like night and day. I can play with so much more ease, but you can still hear a little bit of a scrape, and that's because the surface of the nail has not been smooth. So there's 3 more steps. Doesn't take long. Let's get into it right now. So for step 4 and 5, I'm going to use a finer nail file, something that doesn't have as much grit. And what I'm going to do is just round, in step 4, round the underside. All right, so what I do is I just take my nail and I just run it over this fine surface and create a smooth underbelly to the nail, because we want that shape to be gliding over the string in a way where it's not going to create any unwanted nail noise. If you like nail noise, I mean, it's a totally cool thing actually when you listen to, for example, The Edge from U2 picking his guitar. He actually used textured picks. Go listen to Where the Streets Have No Name off of their album, The Joshua Tree, and you can hear a little bit of little scraping against the string. So that has its place. I am suggesting this technique to get a sound where there's hardly any nail noise, and this lets the string sing in a little bit of a, quote, cleaner way. All right, so that's step 4. We're getting that underside rounded, all right, and just kind of bringing it out and making a nice smooth underbelly for the nail. Now we do the upper side. So same idea, just run it over the top. There, I'm done. That's how long it took. So now we have thoroughly shaped the fingernails using steps 1 through 5, and we're ready for the special sauce. We have brought the length of the fingernail down. We've created a very smooth ramp. We trimmed the other side so there's no extra stuff hanging off, and we created a very smooth underbelly and the top of the nail. Now when you pick the string, there will be no resistance of the string against the fingernail. You'll be able to play very easily and have a very smooth tone. But if you want to do this extra step, this will send your tone into the buttery realm. So are you ready? Hey, thanks for watching all the way to the end. Click the links in the description below if you want to go deeper into fingerstyle, because if you've watched this far, I can tell you are a very curious person, you have a great enthusiasm for music, and you have a really, really good attention span. So thanks for watching. The secret sauce is not using a four-way buffer. You can use a four-way buffer to smooth out the surface of the nail and get the most buttery smooth. It almost, you see this little shine on my fingernail. That will meet the string with a very, very smooth tone. Four-way buffers are great, but believe it or not, when I was a starving artist, I was a very, very humble man of earnings, and buying a month's supply of these was expensive for me. So I started to use sandpaper. Not just regular sandpaper though, very fine sandpaper. This is 2000 grit sandpaper. I also recommend using 1500 grade sandpaper. Tear off a little piece. For a couple of bucks, you get a year's, if not more, supply of this. So when you start to use the sandpaper, you can hear a little squeak over the fingernail. And what you're doing is you're really polishing the edge so there is just no resistance on a microscopic level. Almost, you're going to be creating such a smooth surface to your nail that when you go to play, your tone will be like butter. So you can use the four-way buffers, but for just a couple of bucks, you get a year's supply of this, and you can use these over and over again. You know, it's all right to, you know, keep using this really well worn piece of sandpaper. I keep this in my ukulele case and my guitar case, and now my tone sounds like this. You can hear every note is ringing clearly with no nail noise. If I want nail, angle my finger to get a little more bright tone. Here I got a little more nail noise on purpose by angling my finger. I hope that you dig this video. I know it's such a personal thing to share. How do I shape my nails is going to be different than how you shape your nails, but hopefully this video offers a template that you can apply to your own music making. Thanks so much for watching, and if you watch all the way to the end, merci beaucoup, spasibo, muchísimas gracias, dankeschön, dankjewel. Arigato, and I wish you well. Until the next time we meet, keep on jamming.